Hey guys, Rukshan here. Welcome to 2024. A new year and just fresh. Just be yourself, man. Fuck's sakes, Rook. Just be. Shit. Alright guys, what's happening? Rukshan here. Welcome to 2024. Maybe that was a bit cringy, but I am attempting to make a vlog. Now you might be wondering, why am I attempting to make a vlog? I actually vlog. I actually have to put a microphone on and get a mount for my car so I can do this more easily. But the reason I want to do a vlog is because so many times I'm, following news stories, talking about news stories just on, social media like Twitter and stuff, but I never get to communicate that with all of you. So doing a vlog, I thought, depending on, doesn't matter where I am really, I can always, share the news stories that I'm following at the moment and just show you a bit of what I'm doing as well. Because as you all know, I do, other type of work as well. I have a business. So that does keep me quite occupied and I can't always just cover news stories. So maybe in this way, I can spend a bit more time making videos and creating news content. Of course, I'll still be doing the sit down videos this year. I'll be doing a lot more live streams. I'll be doing a lot more podcasts, hopefully, including the opposition podcast. So there's a lot of plans for this year, but the main one that I'm doing as a New Year's resolution is this attempt to make a vlog. And no, this is not some, makeup artist style vlog where I'm doing my makeup every morning. You know what I mean? Like those kind of vlogs that you see. I'm talking about the makeup that I'm using and the drinks that I'm having and the food that I'm like. Actually, I did just record the food that I bought for breakfast. I'll show you guys. Let's just make it cringe for the first episode and you can tell me how cringe all of this is. So this is my typical breakfast, which is a V and this from 7-Eleven. So I eat this every morning. If I can't get access to this deli that's next to my office where I get a few more freshly made Aiken and Beg rolls, and also I buy from their Red Bull as well. So that is my daily breakfast. I don't drink coffee, I don't drink tea, I don't do these kind of things. I need to have an energy drink. And I know a lot of people will say all sorts of stuff about this, but that is just the way that I'm doing it at the moment. And it used to be really bad. I used to actually have 4 or 5 energy drinks throughout the day, a few years ago. And I've recently, over the last 2 years, cut that down to about 1 energy drink. So it's a big difference and a big change for me. And I've cut out mostly all soft drinks besides during this, festive period where we've had a lot of gatherings and dinners and all this kind of stuff. So look, this is the vlog. Welcome to Rukshan's vlog. I hope the audio is okay. I will show you a little bit of what I did yesterday as well. I went to a podcast appearance yesterday with Topher Field and Senator Babet. And I'll just show you some random clips from there.
It's alcoholic. As if I would pour it just a bit.
Good.
Now, probably amp up the bubbles a little bit.
No. That's not happening. Thanks, mate. Let's try this out.
It's far out coffee stout.
What's happening, Senator Babet?
We're just going to have a quick chat, hang out.
Shouldn't you be in Canberra working?
Canberra is not. We're not sitting at the moment until Feb, I think. So just because we're not sitting, it doesn't mean that we're not working. I mean, I'm here right now working, right? So obviously shooting content to give to people out there so that they can get a bit of a different perspective on what the mainstream media tries to portray for them. So
I just love the fact that he thinks that he works.
Yeah.
He thinks
I'm
that
the
him
hardest
standing talking to you is
working.
working.
I'm the
but
hardest
we're all out
working.
here actually doing the
Exactly.
setting up the gear.
Hey, just my presence is And, someone's got to supervise, right? Someone's got to supervise.
Topher Epstein client list.
Or I have not had the chance to have a look at it yet. It's worth keeping in mind that in that list are also names of victims and names of witnesses and other things like that. So just because their name's in there doesn't necessarily mean they were a client, but we know that some of them definitely were. Look, a lot of it's confirmation of what we already knew. A lot of the names are already out there. But now I think what this is going to do is force them to have to respond, where the likes of Prince Andrew and others have kind of been just playing the silent game. I think now they're actually going to have to go, right, I need to talk about this, I need to answer this. And that's going to get really interesting. At some point, someone is going to choose to go first at throwing the others under the bus. And that's where it gets really fun. So, look, I think it's a good step forward, but don't think that this is the end of that process.
Yeah.
There's a lot yet to go.
Thanks, man. That's what I thought, because I thought, what's his name? Stephen Hawking. They named him being involved.
Oh, really?
being involved in an orgy.
Oh, really?
Which I don't know.
If I
That's the hardest one to believe. That's what's thrown me off. Stephen Hawking being
Yeah.
involved in an orgy.
No, just because the name is there, it doesn't automatically tell you what capacity they are on that list in. But obviously, I think if someone's name is on that list, they've got some explaining to do to say, well, why is their name on that list? And if it's for legitimate reasons, fair enough. But we know some of them are not.
Awesome. How's your book going, man?
Book's gone well. Really happy, really good feedback. Couple of typos, but that always happens. I did have it professionally edited, but even there, I think about 4 typos slipped through. But I'm getting a massive amount of feedback on just how easily readable it is. And I worked really hard to try and make sure that it was written to sort of a year 7, year 8 level. And I've had heaps of people getting in touch with me just saying that they're really enjoying how easy it is to...
It's got the face tracking. So have you seen this?
It loves you. It loves you more than me. It's racist.
Huh?
And then the trolls will love that.
It's set to follow Sri Lankan people.
It's racist. That's what it is.
Shit off. I can't turn it off.
You can't turn it off. Ah!
No, but where can people find you? You got to come closer
Yeah,
to
so
me.
Good People Break Bad Laws. Hang on.
There you go.
Hang on.
You are grifting already.
Grifting already. Goodpeoplebreakbadlaws.com is the way you can buy this, and also you can get these. And let's not forget, we're already in summer, so grab yourself a hoodie and be ready for winter. And I might be giving you one of these today, but don't let yourself know. I want it to be a surprise.
I'm going to edit out all this grifting.
Jet lighters?
They're combo light.
What's up, Carly?
Hey.
Epstein files. What do you think?
Yeah, dude, I'm all over it. I think
listen, I'll ask
Alan
questions, but I
Derkowitz
probably
is the
won't
best
say
one so
anything.
far.
Yeah, sure. What about Stephen Hawking?
Stephen Hawking, I didn't know quadriplegics could have orgies, but I'm...
Well, that's what I thought.
Apparently he likes to watch naked midgets solve complicated sums.
I don't know about that. That's throwing me off. That sounds ridiculous.
Do you know what? I think when you're that fucking switched on, you're depraved as fuck.
Well, yeah.
MJ represent.
MJ represent. I don't want to say anything bad about Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson.
Tomahawk missile site.
But look, the focus, at least for January for me, in terms of news coverage, is obviously what's happening in Australia. There's some stories that, that have crossed over from last year to this year that, of course, obviously we can't ignore because it's just in your face. So I'll be covering those stories. The Epstein client list, or is it really a client list? I'll be looking into that. I don't think it's. I think it's being drummed up by the media and all sorts of people as a client list, when actually it's not really that, is it? It's just court documents, it's people's names, it's associations, it's links, and they're being paraded as this client list, this definitive client list, when actually it's not that at all. So there is some interesting things in there, but I don't believe it's the coverage and the rap that it's getting from all types of media, especially mainstream media, is warranted. Besides the fact that, yes, there is a lot more people talking about this, but there might be reasons for that as well. Other news story, I guess, I'm going to be covering is around all this stuff happening in Australian politics, cost of living. We have that issue. We have the ongoing issues with the conflicts in the Middle East. Some people even get offended when I use the term conflict, and they want me to use other terms to describe this, but it is a war, it is a conflict in the Middle East, which has been happening for a long time, and today we're discussing it in a new era of, all types of activism, all types of social media around the world, besides what's actually happening on the ground in the Middle East. So I'll be covering some of that because, it pertains to some of the things that we're seeing in Australia as well. And look, a few other news stories. I think the World Economic Forum is happening this year. It starts January 15th, so I'll be tuning into that. I won't be attending, but I'll be tuning into the World Economic Forum and showing you guys tidbits of the things they're talking about and things that they're saying. So that should be interesting. And look, the start to this year has already been quite hectic, right? We saw, around the world, especially Japan. There's some crazy stuff happening in Japan. We had the tsunami, we had, the earthquake, we had a plane on fire, we had a building on fire. So that's just Japan. But everywhere else, we're seeing all sorts of, things go down in the first couple of days of 2024. And 2024 is set to be, I think, because of the fact that we have the US presidential election and all of the other things that are leading up to this, what I just discussed around the issues in the Middle East and the conflict in Russia and Ukraine, the US election, all of these issues, when you combine it together, and Donald Trump and Joe Biden, I think we're going to be in for one hell of a crazy year, with all types of nonsense, all types of commotion, all types of accusations and allegations and cases. And it's just going to be a crazy, hectic year. And, if we thought the last few years were bad, I think 2024 is really going to test some people when it comes to just, trying to figure out and understand why these things are happening in the world around us. So a part of the reason that I do these videos and a part of the reason that I'm doing this vlog is just to kind of share my journey grappling with what's happening around me. So I hope you guys enjoy. Please give me feedback. I think what I really want to do also this year is actually engage in some of the comments, especially on YouTube. It's a bit different on other platforms, but I think YouTube is a platform where I can potentially engage in some of the comments, and maybe even in Facebook, because they're computer-based platforms. You kind of use them more on your computers. At least I do anyway. As opposed to something like Twitter and Instagram where I'm using on my phone. It's really hard to type these long messages and replies. So on YouTube, if you have any, recommendations for me, feedback for me, anything that you want me to cover, any news stories you think are worthy of me looking into, this year is the year that I'll attempt to do all of that. Now, I know I always get comments about these things, but rarely have I had time over the last couple of years, just in terms of bringing my other business back online and doing all that kind of stuff, which is, also important to me in my life. It's really now that I'm able to focus on, other stories and really pay attention to some of these things and discuss that with you guys as well. So that is why I'm attempting to do this vlog. Now, this vlog might last one episode, it might last two, it might last multiple episodes, and there's actually no direction or set way that I'm planning to do this. So I just shot some random things at the start that you normally see in a vlog to kind of give it a go. But look, I don't really care. I'm just going to attempt to do it and really talk about news stories and discuss these issues in these daily vlogs. Also, while discussing these topics in a more formal setting where I'm sitting in front of the camera and bringing up, some of the slideshows and so forth and videos and sharing that with you as well. Again, guys, thanks for joining in. I probably waffled on a bit there, but great to be back in 2024. Great to have a positive start for me and, think about these positive things that I want to do in terms of my news and media content. So thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the bell, hit all these kind of buttons if you want to stay in touch with what I'm up to and what's going to be happening throughout my vlogging journey. Thanks, guys. See you next time.